Good evening, everybody. Well, I wasn't expecting to be on again tonight, and yet here we are. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, old boy is right, huh? Yep. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, Tanya, that's what I say. Crazy shit. Good evening, everybody. Mods, I'm gonna, I normally don't do this, but keep an eye on the chat tonight. Oh, I'm in the loop, yeah. Yeah. I don't know who Ashley is, but I got her screenshot. I got the screenshots of her. Welcome in, everybody. Noodle. I could use some noodle right now. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, it was quite a night. Quite a night. Yeah. The football game was very cold. Very cold. And they lost. But, I mean, you know what? They had a good season, so it's all good. Was not, it was a good season, like I said. But what are you going to do? So I'm going to wait another minute or so because, I don't want to have to, repeat everything 2 or 3 times. So but I hope everybody's having a good night. Tomorrow's Friday, y'all. That is fantastic. For those of you that work Monday through Friday, you're almost done. You're almost done. Ugh. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss for words, but I'll try to make some sense if I can. I don't know if I can, but yeah. Good evening, everybody. I see the numbers are still climbing, so I'll give it a little more time here. Yeah, I'm kind of numb right now, to be honest with you. It's like I have so many questions in my head right now. I have so many questions. So many questions. So many. But, I mean, hopefully, yeah, no, I don't think Ashton Kutcher is going to appear here. That's for damn sure. I'm okay. I'm shocked. I'm confused. I have questions with no answers. Disappointed. You know, uh, it, I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, flabbergasted. That's a good one. But well, I'm gonna get started here. So there was awareness tonight on governor. I always say governors, guardians of valor, and there were a lot of there was a lot of information that was put out regarding him. There was definitely some stuff that concerned me. Okay. And I have to say, you know, I listened to Homie's live after, because I know that that person Pops was a mod for him. So I listened to Homie's live, and you know, a lot of things he said is kind of where I am. You know, I'm shocked. I have questions still. It sucks when you trust somebody and then you know, information comes out that makes you feel like you got duped. You know, so you know, there's a lot running through my mind right now. One of the things that I'm confused with is that they say that Guardians is Pops and Pops is Guardian. And I need to touch base with Homie here because I want to know if he's ever heard Guardian's voice before, because he said he talked to Pops on the phone. So I'd like to get his I'd like to hear what he has to say about that, because the awareness on Guardians tonight had recordings of his voice, and I want to hear what he says. You know, whether it's the same person. He said they were the same voices. Oh, he said they sound the same, huh? Wow. I didn't catch the very beginning of Homies. I got in there a little later. Well, I mean, you know, a voice comparison. I mean, you know, I trust Homie. If he says it sounds the same, you know, I'm gonna go with him on that. You know, paper receipts. You know, I know that they showed some PayPal or some type of financial receipt. You know, as we've seen recently, especially, you know, receipts and all that can be made up. Yeah, if I heard Pop's voice, I would be able to tell, definitely. But I will tell you the things that I'm concerned with. Okay. I'm concerned, first of all, that they are saying, you know, Homie said that he has proof that lines were crossed and Guardians of Valor are the same person. That concerns me, because lines were crossed was somebody that, you know, I had been in contact with on TikTok regarding some situations. And, you know, like he did with Homie, he was looking into some stuff, you know, for me. And then all of a sudden, lines were crossed, just kind of disappeared. Yes, I know that, little mama. He just kind of disappeared. And then, you know, Guardians of Valor came on the scene, and I don't know why he just didn't tell me that. You know? That doesn't make any sense. You know, that alone is disappointing. That alone is disappointing. You know, why are you trying to hide? Why do you leave TikTok under one name and come back on another? You know, I'm disappointed with that. I'm disappointed, obviously, that something happened with some money. You know, from what is reported from the other live was that Guardians needed money for something, but it was sent to a different PayPal account, and then that person who was supposedly Pops was sending it to Guardians, but it was under a different, it's all very confusing. I mean, it's all very confusing. I'm at a loss, you know. You know, I don't know who he is. You know, I don't know who he is. I don't know what the story is. I don't know. I don't know why he did or is doing what he's doing. I don't know what the reasoning is or was. I can tell you one time, probably about a month and a half ago, Guardians was in a box in my live, and Pops showed up in my chat. And I remember Guardian saying, oh, you know, one of my good friends, Pops, just came in. You know, he knows me off the app, and, you know, we're best friends. And I remember being like, oh, hi, how are you? You know? How long have I known him? God. I knew that he had been doing stolen valor stuff. So when did he start doing that a lot on here? Maybe, was it 2 months in on this year, I think? You know, I would have to go back and check TikTok messages, because I really don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, it's been a hot minute, definitely. I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, it's definitely been a hot minute. I am too, Tabby. I just. The woman he scammed was the only one. Yeah, you know, and it's weird. I mean, you know, I said I have more questions than answers. I mean, you know, I'm glad. Yep, hold on, Peps. I'm glad that they brought this information out, you know, because I have questions, and I think a lot of us do now. And, you know, there was information brought out that, you know, is concerning, you know, especially the whole money aspect of it, you know. But again, you know, it's like I have more questions. I have more questions than answers. JC, are you the one that that was said that he doxed you? Yeah, I heard about the money that she sent him. And I mean, you know, it was good. It was good to hear Stacy say, and as we've said for so long, don't send money to people on this app, please. Just don't do it. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, because I saw the name JC, and I knew that they were saying in that live tonight that somebody named JC was doxxed. So yeah, I mean, can you have a recap? There was a live tonight at about 8 o'clock, putting out information regarding Guardians of Valor, with him not being who he claims he is. You know, it seems as though there's been, and I didn't see a lot of conversations. It sounded like they said that he had threatened a lot of people, and there were a couple receipts of him, doing that in the back end to people. There's receipts of money that was sent to him for various things. And again, it's all very confusing because there's a tie-in with this guy named Pops. Pops was somebody that was pretty well known. He was a mod for Homie, but they're saying that Pops was Guardians. They were the same person, just had two different TikTok accounts. Homie said that he spoke with Pops on the phone and the voices sounded similar. So there's a lot. It's like right now my head is spinning. And, you know, the one thing that I can absolutely say, and I got screenshots of people in that first live that were just absolutely ridiculous. People insinuating that I did the GoFundMe and I sent the money to Guardians, which is laughable. I still have that money. It has not gone anywhere. As I've said a million times, it's in my savings account, and if that reward money is ever warranted for information regarding the arrest of Florida Man, then that person's going to get the money that I collected plus more. You know, and I've said on every live, if there's anybody that donated to the GoFundMe, if they want their money back, just ask. I'll send it to them if they feel a certain way. It's not an issue. I've got nothing to hide there. The money's there, so it hasn't gone anywhere. He had nothing to do with that. That was all me. It was sent to my bank account, and I still have it. So, you know, I'll dispel that story that people are trying to put out there. That's just absolutely ridiculous. But, you know, there's a lot. There's a lot that it's a lot to take in. You know, when that much information is thrown your way, and it's information about somebody that, you thought you had a good idea who the person was, it's a shock. It's a shock. And, I think they said in the live that that account is already deactivated here. I don't know. I haven't looked. That concerns me because if the account indeed is deactivated, why is it deactivated already? Oh, the accounts are still here? Okay. I thought, didn't they say that the account was deactivated? I thought somebody said that, or did I mishear that? Oh, on Facebook. Okay, thank you. Facebook account. Okay. Okay, I appreciate that. Thanks for clarifying that. The people that he doxed. I guess there was a Facebook page that he had, and I guess it was under his real name or something. I was not aware that he had doxed anybody on that until I saw the screenshots. I am on Facebook. I'm private. I don't follow. I think I follow one person here from TikTok. So I wasn't even aware of that. And when I saw the screenshot of that, I wasn't even aware of it because I had never seen it. So, that was something he did on his own, and, I have a feeling that there's probably going to be more info coming out, I know Fallon was saying tonight that she was getting more people were reaching out to her. I hope this doesn't turn into a big financial thing. I hope it doesn't. Because, one of the things I've always said on here is I don't want people losing money that's why, you do awarenesses on these people. The whole point is to make sure people don't get taken advantage of, so that's very concerning. Very concerning. Yeah, and then it's like, all that's going on, right? All that's going on. And I'm watching Homies Live, and then Auburn went in. And if you guys don't know who Auburn is, Auburn has been doing awareness on TikTok for a long time. He's one of the first people, and then he came in and, he dropped a couple truth bombs on Homie. So, then that, then I was, of course, now thinking, okay, well, wait a minute. If somebody who makes me wonder if the warrants on FM were legit that he sent out. He did not send those warrants out. That wasn't him, Winsock. That was not him. Those are verified warrants. That has nothing to do with Guardians of Valor. Yeah. Auburn said a couple things in Homies Live, which, made me think, because if this person, is sending receipts to homie, and then it turns out, according to Auburn, that this person that sent receipts is also begging on the back end to people, and I don't have any proof of that. That's what Auburn said. I'm basing it on what was said in homie's live. Then I'm like, oh my God. So this just opens up another can of worms. And it's like, that's just something else, that comes into mind when you're looking at receipts and you're looking at all this other stuff. So it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's hard at this point, it's hard. Again, when you think, when you think, somebody, and I'm going to agree with homie on something, I'm not going to be, and I will never be the type of person that, whenever I meet somebody on TikTok, I'm not going to do a whole fucking background search on them. I mean, I think that's weird. I am a trusting person, and that doesn't work sometimes on social media, because there are people on this app that are pretty crappy. And, this is not the first time. This is not the first time that, I have been, I've been duped by somebody, But, it'll be the last time, because, I just, I always say I have trust issues on this app, but, it's crazy. I mean, I never would have guessed. And it's like, at this point, it's like, how do you know what to believe and what not to believe, As I said, to me, enough for me not to be able to trust somebody anymore is the fact that, homie confirmed that the person that is Guardians of Valor was also lines were crossed. And as I said, I had been messaging him on TikTok, and I'm talking about lines were crossed regarding other stuff, the stolen valor stuff and other things. And, this is months ago. And then that username disappeared. I don't even remember when it was, but I remember that person saying that, he was done helping people. It must have been after the Dax thing, and I don't even know. But, it was, I'm not helping anybody anymore. This is ridiculous. And poof, gone. But, the fact that he came back under another name is the thing that really bothers me, because I don't know why he just didn't say, oh, by the way, this is so. Because people, people leave this app all the time and come back with different names. I mean, people have burner accounts that they use with different names. People get into trouble on the app, leave for a while, and come back under a totally different name. I mean, that's not the thing that bothers me, but what bothers me is the fact that this person got back in touch with me under another name and never told me. That's what bothers me. So, I'm going to read some of the comments now. Has he done all he said he has done? I don't know what you mean, Heavenly. Can you clarify that? Cricket, I don't know. I agree with that, Marlisa. But yeah, I mean, I wish there was. Is he really military? I mean, from what they said in the main live is that they can't prove that he was not in the military. So obviously they didn't. It sounds as if they didn't come across anything that proves that he wasn't. There were some questions, I guess, about some patches and stuff like that he showed. But, that's something that, he would have to come out and clarify. He would have to come out and clarify that because, I know, like, if I'm not mistaken, with Texas Tiff, she was in the Navy, but she also, if I'm not mistaken, worked alongside the Army at some point, And I don't know if when that happens, you can get patches from different military groups. I don't have enough knowledge in that, so I can't say whether or not that happens. I would have to do a little digging to find that out. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, that's I think that point isn't even one of the most concerning things. Right, Angel Eyes, I agree. Regardless, I'm just pissed off. I'm pissed because, as I said, a lot of stuff was put out there tonight. I would have liked to see a little more proof of some of the things they said. But what they put out there, definitely raises questions. So I was kind of hoping that, or not kind of, I was really hoping that Pops was going to go into Homie's live, because I would have liked to hear what quote unquote Pops had to say, I know a lot of us did trust him, but it's just being on a platform and hosting lives. I feel like the responsibility is on me, because I always say this to all creators, whatever you put on your platform, you're responsible for it. So, I feel like, I was backing somebody that lied, and that's exactly what it was. I supported him. A number of us creators supported him, and I feel like I feel like we were kicked in the ass with it. And I don't know if we're ever going to get any answers. I don't know. But the whole money thing concerns me. The whole change of TikTok name concerns me. Because that's one of the main things that, we talk about on here is people that ask for money, on the back end. It's just not good. Yeah, some people are good. Yeah, some people are good at deceiving. But again, I will state this one more time. The GoFundMe was set up only by me. $1,625 was raised. That money was transferred to my savings account, and it is still all there. and when it is needed in terms of using it for the reward money. When Mike is arrested, that money will go out to the person who either finds where he is and contacts the authorities to arrest him, or the person that gives information for it. And it's going to be 1625 plus, because I said it would be $2,000, and that's what it's going to be. So, and I've also said that if there's anybody that donated the money, if they donated to the GoFundMe and they want it back, just let me know and I'll send it back. I have no problem with that. None at all. Because as I said, I have been very transparent with that. The money has not gone anywhere. Tammy, it's not hard to believe. It's not hard to believe they haven't found him yet. I mean, what did somebody say today? How many million people are there in the United States? And you're looking for one person in all those millions of people. It doesn't surprise me. 437 million. So 8.6 billion, maybe in the world, not in our country. Yeah, I agree, Kool-Aid. So that's kind of where I am. I mean, I'm just again, I don't even know what else to say. Um I'm as surprised as everybody.
I have something to say.
What do you have to say?
I want everybody to ask yourself, because I read some things being said in another live that was being held. Oh, didn't Scammy ride hard for this guy? Oh, Scammy this, Scammy that. Ask yourself, how many people on this platform have you rode hard for, and then something came out about them that you had no clue about? I bet every single one of you have supported somebody and then later found out something about them. If it's not multiples, it's at least one.
Yeah, I agree with that, and
If y'all think Scammy does a government background check on every single person she rides for, she doesn't. She will trust you until you give her a reason not to.
and there were a lot of us. If you listen to Homie's live tonight, he's in the same place I am right now. We're just, I mean, I'm at a loss for words. I don't even know what to say.
A
I
lot of
don't.
people did ride hard for him. I'm specifically speaking on the fact that all them other people didn't get brought up, but Scammy did.
Of course. Of course they did. I saw the comments too that, the GoFundMe, was sent to him. Do we have confirmation? Just stop. Just stop.
That's all I wanted to say, Scammy. I love what you do. I think you're amazing. Keep being you, keep doing what you're doing, and you have my support.
Thanks, Truth. Appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, I did too after dark. So, yeah, yeah. I agree with that comment, little man. I 100% agree with that. And, the people that were making those comments were those people, you know. Somebody sent me a comment where Florida man said in the messages that I sent all of his people's personal information to Guardians of Valor. That would be really hard because I don't have their information. So, I mean, I guess maybe I'm psychic or something, and I can pull people's personal information just by looking at their TikTok name or something. You know, um, whatever, whatever. Um, it's it's crazy. I know I should do the lottery numbers because I'm psychic. What's next? Are we going to find out Gabby and Danny are the same person? It could happen. You know what? At this point, though, nothing would shock me at all. Nothing would shock me. They could. They could very well be the same person. I don't know. But you know, it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot. It is a lot. TikTok has a writing cast convinced me they don't. They very could well. As I said, nothing at this point surprises me. I agree, Georgetta. Agree. I agree. Right, right. I think you're right. You know, there are a lot of questions that need to be answered, and I don't think we're ever going to get those answers. You know, somebody's got to do a Netflix series on these TikTok things because this is crazy. So I'm looking here if anybody has any other questions because I just at this point I feel like I have Novocaine in the brain. I mean, I just can't. You know, I can try. I can try to see if he wants to go live, but you know, if Pops didn't want to go live with him, with Homie, I'm not sure if Guardians will. You're gonna go back to watching people make cakes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick solely to people that do ASMR, and I'm totally into this guy right now that creates bonsai art. I think I need that stuff in my life. Because you know what? A tree can't lie to you. A tree can't, you know, pretend they're two different people. Unless, of course, it's like an apple tree that is one of those ones that they graft together and it becomes three different types of apples. Then, yeah, they can do that. But most of the time, though, you know, cake batter can't either. Oh, yeah, I agree, Diamond. Yep. Gaming lives. Yeah, that's a good one you can do too. That's a good one. Fake bonsai. This guy's cool though. If you want to look into that stuff, his name is Rule Gardens, Rule Gardens. Um, I catch him on Sunday mornings, right at like my coffee time, which is really cool. And he creates a lot of bonsai art, and it's like so chill and it's so cool, and you know, the whole art of bonsai is just it's incredible when you look into it. It really is incredible. But yeah, so you know, um, that's really all I got. You know, I've been looking at the chat, the comments, and you know, I've tried to answer anything that I could. Okay.
Hey, yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of things that we really can answer. It just creates a lot of questions. I don't know what happened with their live though. I mean, I was a little I didn't get to see the end cuz I went over to Mexican Homies live. Um so I'm not sure why they ended. Does anybody know why they ended so quick? Because they had said in the beginning that they sorted through like hundreds of screenshots and had all the stuff to present, but it seemed like they I don't know, ended short or something.
I was, you know, the information that they put out, the information that they put out was definitely an eye opener, you know, and it definitely has raised some questions. Um, but you know, as I was watching that live, uh, I would have liked to see some more stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's what me
Um,
too. That's why I'm wondering why they cut it. It seemed like they cut it short. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
well, you know, I was under the assumption that you know there was going to be. I mean, they said there was like thousands of dollars or over $1,000,
Yeah, that's what that Stacy person said. She said it was thousands of
and I
dollars, but
think they said
then
it was many people or multiple people or something.
yeah, but then later said it was just Stacy.
Just
So I was
Stacy, right?
confused by that. Like there was a lot of things that I was confused by.
Hmm.
And when they were talking about JC and that other person, their name started with a C, like they were saying they got doxxed and stuff was posted about them. Like I wasn't knowledgeable about all of that. So maybe they could have like let us know a little bit more about what happened there because I wasn't aware of any of that and I was confused by that. So there was things that were I don't know, like confusing me more than
Right,
clearing
right,
anything up.
right.
Cassidy, right?
I agree with that. But you know, as I said too, I mean, you know, they put enough doubt in my head.
Oh yeah,
You
they could.
know,
Yeah, for sure.
you know, definitely they put enough doubt where I need to really kind of process all this. You know,
And yeah,
um,
and Aunt Tara, yeah, I mean, I believe that that Stacy person did get scammed. Like it looks
yeah.
like she did get scammed, and I am sorry that she got scammed. But is there a way to definitively trace it back to GOV, like with the Cash App or the PayPal or whatever? And I don't know if they showed screenshots of that, then I missed that part.
I'm confused
Uh,
because the thing that is confusing me, and you know, maybe I missed something in the live, but so Guardians of Valor is Pops and vice versa. And then there's a PayPal account with somebody's name, and their first name, I think, is James. And they're saying that this James person is Guardians of Valor, but Guardians of Valor's name that we knew him as was Bill. I mean, did I miss where they were able to tie all of those together? I mean, I was just getting so overwhelmed with information that I may have missed that.
yeah, I didn't see that part either. I would have liked to see. I mean, it's very possibly true, but I would have liked to see definitive proof
Are you
linking them together.
Axel? Are you sure of that?
Yeah, I didn't see them tie it together. Like I watched
PayPal
the whole
name linked
thing.
to the Facebook he sent pictures of. But the picture that he sent, was that him or was that the person he's pretending to be? That's the other thing that has me confused.
Yeah, like was that picture sent to her using the Papa account or the Guardians of Valor account?
Adam called him buddy.
Yeah, he did. Bud. He called him Bud.
Hmm.
I heard that part.
You know, that's concerning to me, first of all.
Okay, so Cassidy's saying that GOV sent the pictures. See, I didn't see that GOV sent those pictures though in the screenshots that they showed.
So he sent the picture of himself with the white beard, but then sent other pictures of himself with no gray beard, remarrying his wife that's supposedly deceased.
Now, Cassidy, I saw that they showed the pictures, but I didn't see that they showed what accounts that those were sent from. So they had pictures that up on the screen, but I didn't see where they were sent from. Unless it was just too small to see it or something. Like I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's what I'm confused. You need a notebook? Yeah, you do. No, same guy, but claiming they were another man, not Gov.
Cassidy said it at the top. Okay, maybe I didn't see that. So maybe uh I don't know, maybe they should have made that clear, if it wasn't easily readable or something because I didn't see that at the top.
Oh, wait a minute. Friends with FM is off. Okay, so you're not friends with FM. Okay. So that was the confusion, right? Because I was confused. Was the graybeard picture, is it really him? Is the picture of the guy in fatigues remarrying somebody really him, or which one? You know? James Petty. I mean, there's Bill Petty, there's James somebody else.
Now, I have a different name on the emails that he said to me, but the first name is like a variation of Bill.
Right.
But it
Right.
has his full name on there on emails that he sent to me. But I
Hmm.
don't know. Maybe that's not his real name. I mean, you could type any name in at the bottom of your email.
Right, right. All the mods in that live were chatty with FM. Yeah, well, listen, let's not talk about, I'll reach out to Adam. I'll reach out to Adam. Um, yeah, so, I still have confusion over a lot of stuff. Let's put it that way. So, like I said, I don't know if we're going to get any answers. I would love whoever he is to come in a box and, you know, at least have a chance to answer, right? I mean, I think that he should, I think he should, say what he wants. I think that, yeah, I know he's here. I know. It's just I don't I I'll I'll reach out to him on the back end. We've messaged before, so we'll do that. Um, so I don't think I would hope that he would come in and just kind of explain, what happened. So yeah, I saw that, Cassidy. I heard that he had commented about the live. But like I said, it's just it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, he did. You're right. He did, Deb. So, I was gonna go on. Um I was gonna go on tonight and, you know, talk about what was going on uh and then Mexican homie was on, and then when he was on, I told a couple people, and I put in the Discord that I was going to go live after Mexican homie because I didn't want to, I wanted Mexican homie to kind of talk about what he wanted to, and I didn't want to bring, you know, um, my concerns about GOV onto his platform because it's just it's that's not, I didn't want to bring it onto homie's platform. I wanted to take care of it here. So that's where we are. That's where we
Yeah,
are.
the other thing that I don't know, there was claims made that he made threats and things like that, but I don't know. I haven't again, maybe I missed something, but I haven't seen those. Maybe they're posted in somebody's videos or maybe some were shown and I missed them, but I didn't see the I don't know, the threatening messages.
Um, Cassidy, no, where did he dox you? I was not aware. I heard something in the live tonight, but where did he dox you?
He showed the threats. I must have missed that. I didn't see that.
On JSA Live? No, I didn't. I didn't see. So he doxed you. He doxed you. When was that live? Because I don't go in there. I didn't even hear about it. I mean,
Yeah, me either.
honestly, and don't take this the wrong way, but I had never heard your name until tonight. So, I was listening to the other live. It was a recording. Who was he talking to? Oh, who was he talking to when he doxed you? It was I'm That Britney's live.
Yeah, see, I don't even know who that is. I don't
So
watch.
was he in somebody's box when he did it? Like was he in a box and he doxed your information? Wow. When did that happen? Like how long ago was that? September. Why didn't anybody I was not aware of that. I don't even know the connection. I don't know the connection between you and him and why he would do that.
Yeah, me either.
People called him Gov because his account was Guardians of Valor, GOV, so that's why he was called that. Oh, Cassidy is just curious mod. Oh, okay. Hmm. Guardians is in here? Scammy, I asked, how are we not doing a live on FM? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. Let freedom ring. Is whose account is that? Is that that's Gov? It is? It is.
I'm gonna
Well,
take a look at it.
well, sir, if you it's not I'm not Gov. People say it is, people say it's not. Would you mind coming up here and just confirming that the people in the chat are wrong? I would appreciate that. I mean, hello.
Hey, y'all.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Take care. Yeah, that's not him. Hmm. So we got a lot of Sherlock Holmes in here, huh?
See, that's the thing. Got to be careful.
Exactly.
You know, making certain assumptions. And that's the thing. I'm just, I was just looking for a little bit
That's
more proof
line.
of some
Wait, that
things.
its lines was crossed, but according to what was said tonight, lines was crossed was also Guardians of Valor. So that just
Yeah, sorry to that guy, Cassidy says. Yeah.
oh, thank you, Let Freedom Ring. I appreciate that. I think that's a great place to stop this live because that's it was MH verified it. Who's MH?
Mexican homie.
He verified that that's
I think they're talking
Guardians.
about the Mexican homie verified that the line was crossed account
Right,
was.
right,
Yeah,
right.
I think that's what they're
Yeah.
saying.
No, yeah, I know that. I've already said that a couple times in here. Yes, lines were crossed was Guardians of Valor. Yes. Yes. Oh no, I looked at that fast and somebody said in there that's lines were crossed. I'm like, no, 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 that wasn't him. According yeah, it's all
Yeah, that account is still active. That lines were crossed. It's lines.word.cross.1. There's a couple videos on there. Not many, but a few.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember ever interacting with that lines were crossed account. I'm not following them. I don't have any messages with them or anything like that. So I wasn't even aware of that account at all.
I think Diamond Bullet Fragments, I think next time I go live, I'm going to start out with the song Disco Inferno. Burn, baby, burn, because I'll tell you, that's about where I am right now. Burn it all down to the ground. No, let freedom ring. You're good. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Burn, baby, burn. So I think that's a good place to end for tonight. I mean, it's almost midnight here, and, you know, my head is still swirling, you know?
Yep, same here. But I do think because we still do have, some questions, if anybody wants to, you know, send us stuff to kind of, I don't know, answer some of those questions,
Clarify, yeah.
that would be helpful,
And, as I said, I would be willing to give Guardians an opportunity if he wanted to come into a live and say what he wants to or explain or do whatever, because I think that I think that he should be given that opportunity.
Yeah, and I think we should be given the opportunity to ask some of those questions, obviously.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So on that note, folks, I'm calling it a day or a night or a morning, whatever you want to call it. But I want to thank everybody for coming in. Thank you, mods. This was definitely not planned this late at night for sure. Thank you guys for your support, and thanks for coming in and listening and asking questions that you had. Appreciate it. Everybody have a good morning, good night, whatever you want to say, wherever you are, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.
Good night.